Oh, it's 2:30 a.m. I need to stop with my angelic singing. How's it going, chat? I'm back and I'm in great quality microphone settings. I don't know why it wouldn't connect to my microphone before, but now I'm back with a fucking vengeance. Okay. How's it going? Better mic, I know I fixed it, it's fine. I don't know why it didn't connect before, but it's just funnier that way. It makes me restart my whole stream and waste 4 valuable minutes of streaming time. An Arabian prince could have entered my chat and donated me $1,000. But no. Better mix, mic first, okay, thank you. Hopefully more chatters shall flow the gates through. We were supposed to have Brunson till this weekend. We were. That would have been wonderful, and it would have been great. But this company is not great. This company is shit. And Cannonier versus Gastelum is an utter fucking disgrace. It has a co-main event of Clay Guida versus Mark Madsen. Okay. Courtney Casey versus Liana Jujuas on the main card. So is Parker Porter versus Chase Sherman. So is Vince fucking Piquel versus Austin Hubbard. What's going on with the UFC cards? I'm getting sick of it. You sound heavenly now. Indeed. Hemsworth Guru Pickleshire, good to see you. Good to see you, Matt Hudson, my main man. This is my real voice. I've been pretending to be from South London for a long time. This is how I really sound, and I'll be using this voice from now on in all of my content. Piquel Hubbard is a good fight, just not on the main card. This would be a highlight of the early prelim section of the stream. Do I qualify as a Guru superfan? No, you don't. You're an abomination. Is there Panda Express in the UK? Yes, there is. In 1 or 2 streets within London City. Nowhere else at all. I thought your real voice was Attenborough, indeed. You sound like my GPS. Go left. Turn around the car. I won't ask you again. Do you value your limbs? I'll chop them off. Turn around, you stupid cunt. Guru, I watched some of your old videos, didn't know you were jacked and huge. The 5-foot wheelchair vibes is strong. Fuck you talking, Bill. You mad rat. Well, you know you've seen that stream with me in the thumbnail with my boys here out, yeah? Attenborough impression for the boys. Here we have an indigenous tribe. I can't really do it too much. It's a bit too late. My voice is not at peak capacity of tangibility. Here we have an indigenous tribe of Magumba tribe chimps waiting for their... the bicep, you silly hillbilly. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Truly magnificent. Big Blunt's Conor McGregor impression. Big Blunt, see? With that neck on me. Yes! I don't even know what McGregor does sometimes with those voices. I'm a fucking animal, yeah? And I'm gonna love doing it. I'm gonna love doing it. Darren Till impression. If you want me to do a fucking Darren Till impression, you better fucking stab me in the back. If I haven't been stabbed in the back, I'll never know what it's like to be Darren Till. He's a fucking cunt. You know that area. And your behaviour. I reckon Guida pulls off the upset, indeed. Early prediction. Guida by sub, Cannonier by TKO. I'm going to go Cannonier TKO as well, I think. That was more of a Paddy Pimlet. You know me, mate. I don't make no fucking excuses. No, Paddy Pimlet's like a... Yeah, mate, he sounds. Yeah, mate, he's talking sounds. Yeah, mate, I've met Darren at scenes with him a couple of times and stuff, and he's talking sounds and that. I'm not from England, mate. I'm Scouse and that's your fucking dirty voice, mate. Yeah, mate, I'm gonna get in the UFC, mate. Please do the Edwards. But you're not gonna fight for the title. So no fight to happen if it's not going to be for the title. Yeah, you know. So the fight will happen for the title, and I don't know. Did you buy this for me? Yeah, I bought it for you, Mum. Huh, bought it for you. Look at this overweight bum. Thank you, good sir. Stipe Scouser hybrid impression. Jesus, a brain damaged Scouser. I think they all are just by proxy. You know what I mean? But who knows? The Burns versus Luque fight reveal video was hilarious. Nice. Thank you. It wasn't a fight reveal video just for that matchup, but you know. I thought I'd add some creativity in there. I also joked around, showed my amazing humor by joking about putting Hezbollah in there. That's why I'm a stand-up comedian in like another life. You know what I mean? That kind of level of humor that there is, just, you know, like, who cares about Ricky Gervais? You know what I mean? When you got this guy with a joke or two. Wonderboy Hermanson prediction. I'm tired. I'd go with Hermanson getting a submission by leg lock in the first round, most likely. I think Wonderboy's a little bit too small, and I can see him desperately scrambling away. I don't see it going down well for Wonderboy in any way. I think Wonderboy should stay at welterweight. I was wrong. If with the right matchups, he'd have a chance at middleweight, but he's just a little bit too small for the guys that can put their weight on him, you know? Guru, can you please do a Gilbert Burns bowl? I can't really do it because it's 2:30 a.m. Shut up. Thoughts on James Lynch recently coming out of the closet? Finally. Good for him. Knew it. I can't let you get close acne scene impression, please. I'm not your fucking monkey. I will not do as you command, and you will not spam in my chat, please. Thank you. I don't want to do a whole impression, dude. Vanderlei, you have to stop. You have to stop. Get close. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Gunnar Nelson impression, please. How did I even do it? I used to do a Gunnar Nelson impression, but I can't even remember how I got there anymore. Preferably no reps. That's how he sounded. I like to get a feel for my work with my hands. And preferably no reps. I like to feel my opponent and go out there and do my work. Nice and slow, calculated. That kind of voice. Gane beats Ngannou. Okay. No reps. Guru streaming on YouTube impression. I'm method acting that impression right now. How confident do you think Gane would beat Francis? That's worded incorrectly, and it frustrates me. That's so... How is that a sentence to you? And you're typing it again. You're spamming it. You're seeing that over and over. And how confident do you think Gane would be? Okay, you're trying your best. You might not be English natively, so I'm sorry. I'd say about 60% confident that Gane beats Francis. I do believe he will. I'm going to make a prediction video for it tomorrow. You can't deny me. Skill will win. And Gane is the man to do it because he's got the range, he's got the length, he's got the distance management, and he's got the footwork. That's what you need. Guru, have you heard of the 7-0 Cage Warriors prospect? Okay. What did you have for dinner? I have not yet received dinner. I have drank a can of iron brew right next to me. I won £1,200. Thanks, man. No problem, dude. Now, you know that share we we actually talked about that share. You know, you said you know, I need the predictions and stuff, and I said like, no way, I'm above that. You can't get my predictions. They're like top secret. And then you said that you would do anything, and you settled on saying you would give me like 70%, and you know. Font should fight the Yan versus Aldo loser, and Sandhagen should fight Aldo, you casual. You don't have to donate to me, I'm sorry. Don't do it. Definitely needed some guru goodiness. Okay. Font should fight the Yan versus Aljo loser, and no, shut up. Stop. Main event of Fight Night, Font versus Aldo. And that's final. Because that way, if Font wins, he beats a big name in Aldo and he gets some fucking star power again. He just beat Garbrandt. People know of him. Now he needs one more big win against a veteran in Aldo. Win streaks, not losers versus winners. That's how you ruin divisions. Win streaks, win streaks. Best, best, best. All the best guys. Losers fight losers. Then when they win, they fight another winner. And Gane quite literally has zero footwork. It's atrocious. He kind of plods forward a little bit. I don't see him doing too well against Gane. Does Gane's performance against Lewis improve Volkov's stock? It really does. Volkov looked really good against Gane. You can't deny that. He looks really, really good against Gane. Is Umar Nurmagomedov and Movsar Evloev the only non-Dagestani weight bullies? Umar Nurmagomedov is Dagestani, and so is Movsar Evloev. Chiesa is a bit of a weight bully. When he was at 55, he was as well. Sandhagen, I think, is a bit of a weight bully. Aldo is a bit of a weight bully. Figueiredo is a bit of a weight bully. Maybe Holloway or Zabit is a bit of a weight bully, but again, Dagestani. So, man, it's hard not to. When you think weight bully, you think Dagestani. Nice burp, mate. Can you shart? How do you know I haven't already? Guru's a weight bully towards his chair. Okay, dude. Good stuff. That was a good one. Guru, go to bed. It's 2 a.m. You know what? I'll strangle your cat. Shut up. No more words, please. Don't tell me when to go to bed. You my fucking mother. Guru, what was McGregor's advice to Artem on Tough? Nice and floaty, Artem. Yeah, let's do some MMA trivia. Nice and floaty, Artem, yeah? Nice and floaty. Yeah, boy, Artem. Go on, Artem. Get him, Artem. Nice and floaty, Artem, yeah? Wait, weren't you live a couple of hours ago? Yes, I was. You aren't imagining sequences of your life. No, but I was. I'm moody because I'm tired. I'm sorry, guys. I'm reacting. I'm with some sass. You know what I'm saying? Great card, though, man. I think performance. I don't know how they gave performance of the night to fucking Juliana Pena, whatever her name is. Jessica Penne, sorry. Not Juliana Pena was supposed to be on the card. They gave a performance bonus to her. But, like, I don't know. They fought to give one to her before they fought to give one to Cyril Gane, even though he was flawless. You know what I mean? I don't know. Kind of pisses me off. But good stuff. A lot of fighters got paid, man. Luque is going to beat Usman. I swear to God he is. No one's continuing with the suggestion of trivia that I gave, but that's okay. McGregor is overrated hype job. He got lucky versus Aldo and never gave him a rematch and got a favourable matchup in Alvarez. Oh, just favourable. Like it was favourable for Gaethje as well. And Poirier. Yarp. Shabazian versus Imamov, UFC 268. I know Poirier beat Alvarez, but he got lucky. 12-6 elbow saved him in the second fight, and an illegal knee saved him in the first. Hot take. Will Luque beat Colby? No. He will. Not now, but he will. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to change what you were saying. You said, will Luque beat Colby? You didn't add now to add a time reference for it, but I added it in because I knew what you meant. Not now. In a year's time or a year and a half, Luque will be the champion and no one will be able to do anything about it. Thank you for the free Australian dollars race. Okay. What's your plans for the Till card backstage media? It's not even in London. It's in Vegas. You silly nonce. Thank you for the free Australian dollars there. What a silly pansy this man is. Doesn't even know his fucking... Come on. No, thank you for the free Australian dollars. I do appreciate that race. Thank you very much, good sir. But it's not in London anymore. It's in Vegas. So you've made a right cunt of yourself there. You've made a right lollygagger of yourself. What was Ali Abdelaziz's pro record? 0-3, I think. What should Tattoo Ivasa's next walkout song be? Hit me, baby, one more time. Do-do-do. Oh, well, oh, well. Bum, 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 bum. Till now. You know what I'm saying? Only makes sense. Just watched a fight companion with Brendan, TJ, T-City, and Thompson. Man, Thompson really has something low-key sus for Habib. I know, it's crazy. He wouldn't shut up about him. It's just how it goes, you know what I'm saying? He also massively they all overhype John Jones so much, dude. Like, John Jones, but John Jones would just be way better than Cyril Gane. Of course, like, John Jones would just be way better than him. Of course, yeah, oh yeah, of course. But, like, that's John Jones. That guy who fucking lost to Dominic Reyes. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that guy who's so much better than everyone. It's so annoying, dude. Edmund Shabazian versus Roman Dolidze in a 5-rounder prediction. I'm going to go with Edmund Shabazian would win that one with body shots. He'd eventually take a toll on Roman more than he would take on himself with those inverted ribs. But I feel like Imavov might be Shabazian. I'm going to trust Shabazian. He'll be an underdog. I might trust him to win that one, actually. I'm a bit torn. I'm going to write a letter to Dana to have him fly you out to Vegas Apex. You deserve it. Thank you. You won't do that. That's an imaginary world of yours. Oh, Guru, did you see that Las Vegas lost the most amount of money in the UFC in this event? What, on bets and stuff? Dude, I'm telling you, they baited it. They didn't lose the most amount of money on bets. I don't believe that. Because no one would have been betting on Cyril Gane, and I bet a lot of people bet on Derek Lewis. Unless that's what you're talking about. Because they baited people to bet on Derek Lewis. With those odds, they knew it was wrong, but they just baited it the whole time. And then they knew he was going to lose. Everyone did. If you had a brain, you'd pick Gane there. But it's just if you were Hail Marying and ingenuine, you would pick Derek Lewis. Watch Guru make his first appearance on a UFC event wearing his merch, and he just gets shot by the guy who always asks if he's shit yet in the chat. Okay. Well, that's on some Lincoln shit. Yes, that is what I said. Okay. Guru, Gastelum versus Cannonier prediction. I'm going to go with Jared Cannonier by TKO. I think you win the fight. Cannonier, rejuvenated. Alien abduct me. Tisha Torres looked good as well. Let's just chuck in some trivia about the card, I guess. Tisha Torres looked really good against Angela Hill. Easy win, boys. And also, another rigged scorecard. How the fuck did they give Angela Hill a single round? Makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense at all in any universe ever, which is unfortunate. I watched Fiziev Green again. I do agree with Fiziev winning. I thought he won the first 2 rounds. I think that's clear. Even though Green landed shots, they were bouncing off of gloves a lot of the time. And like barely touching with the toes on certain things as well. Fiziev was just landing better shots and making Green like move backwards, and he just was reacting differently than Fiziev was. I can't sleep either, my man. Okay. Kelvin getting KO'd? No way. It will happen against Cannonier, watch. Look at your Dong scorecards, Lamal rigged. Let me have a little look. If it was 30-27, it can be. I just thought Kenny knocked him down. But whatever, I guess. Apparently not. 29-28, 30-27, 29-20. Oh, split decision. How the fuck? Okay. That is interesting. But round 2 was close, but that is interestingly bad. Oh, well. Bobby Green was robbed against Poirier. He was not. What, of his consciousness or his dignity? Which one? She's black. Okay. Who's the best non-weight bully that's from Dagestan? Islam, Makhachev. How's that? No. Good weight bullies. Habib, I don't know. Zabit Mak. Askar. Non-Dagestani. Good weight bully. Umar Nemet. Saeed Nemet. Non-Dagestani one. I don't know. Ngannou. What the fuck do you want? John Jones' takedowns are overrated. If he doesn't have an advantage, his takedowns get negated easily. Okay. Usman, I guess. Yeah, Usman's in the mix for weight bullies. Chiesa is even at welterweight somehow. Fucking hell. Nasruddin Imavov, but he used to make welterweight as well. I don't get it. I understand. I think some people are just built lighter than other humans. Ankliev's not that big for light heavyweight. He's a big guy, but he's not a weight bully. I'm unbiased. See? That's enough for me to be considered unbiased for the rest of time. During that fight companion, everyone was joking around and laughing, and when Aldo fight came on, TJ was locked in and didn't move an inch. I know. He knows that's the next big fight if he becomes champ. Indeed. We get it, Emmanuel Barboza. You're banned now. Goodbye. Get close. Garbrandt impression. Exactly. How many times did I knock you out in training, motherfucker? Never, motherfucker. Exactly. Gane is an athleticism bully. Okay. TJ was on pain pills and proper 12. I like TJ on that fight companion. I've been watching it recently. It's fun to see like real high level fighters in that normal situation. He just seemed like he was the only one who knew anything about fighting, and he says he didn't even like pay any attention. So that's even more embarrassing for Brennan Schaub. Even more embarrassing. You're banned, but what is the main event of the September 18th card? Let me have a little look. I don't know why I did that noise for so long. September the 18th. It better not be Smith versus Span. It better not be Smith versus Span, I tell you. That guy spams every stream, yeah. If you're doing it that much, you might just go permanently. How am I supposed to ask Noah how he is when he is stuck in Parker Porter's stomach? I'm not too sure. Guru, how did you start watching MMA? I watched highlights. It was a wet play in school at one point, which means you came in from school if it was raining outside during your break and you went into like computer rooms. And my friend was watching highlights of people like Shogun soccer kicking the fuck out of people in the head. And that's when I was aware of it, but I wasn't a fan of it yet. And then I started like naturally coming across it more and more. Highlight videos, GSP, Nick Diaz, Carlos Condit, Donald Cerrone, Jeremy Stevens, Anthony Pettis from the like you'd watch highlight videos. I always say it like this. This is how I learned about the sport overall. You'd watch highlight videos and then you'd be like, hang on, I saw that guy got KO'd by this guy. Then you check out the guy that KO'd them's highlight videos as well. Or you check out the guy that lost. How are they? That was for a belt. Ooh, and then you just connect the dots. Oh, Donald Cerrone. Oh, he lost to Nate Diaz and he got clowned. Oh, that's this guy's brother, Nick Diaz. Then you back up to Nick Diaz. Oh, you fought this guy, Anderson Silva, and they were doing Chael Sonnen, the GOAT of all time. Thank you for the $2, Noah Spencer. A second stream. You. West Saeed. My homie. Thank you for the $2, Noah Spencer. Thank you very much. I'm spitting. It was cool hearing T-City saying how he eats complete shit outside of camp and that it's torture to eat healthily. Me as a competitor in bodybuilding, I can relate hard. I always want to eat fast food. Yeah. You and your bodybuilding competitions that you have. Thank you for the $2, Noah Spencer. I appreciate you. Yeah, and when, sometimes when I'm like behind enemy lines and stuff, like I can relate to that as well. Like sometimes when you're just gunning down fucking Taliban and like there's bombs going off and napalm crashing down and they're like throwing like kids at you that are dead just to like mentally torture you in the middle of the fucking battlefield and stuff, and then like a random bear trap goes off and like it's smacked your leg. Why there's not even any bears in the Middle East? I don't know why they would fucking put a bear trap down, clamped over your leg, and grenades going off. And then sometimes when I'm in that situation, I want fast food as well, but like you just can't, like that's how I can relate. No weight class, indeed. Lo, you're so soy low, imagine drinking Pepsi. It's Iron Brew. Shut your mouth. Literally the manliest drink you can drink. Fucking Iron Brew. You get your fucking B-caps like mine, you wee cunt, yeah. Ortega's so unlikable. He just talks in a weird way where nothing is interesting. He sounds like a teacher about a topic. And yeah, man, the way it goes down, I walk back, I see him there, and I went after him, and he wasn't there anymore. And that's the story, man. And that's it. He just has no entertainment to the tone of his voice. All of this fucking tone in your fucking ear. And that's how it goes. And he makes you want to fucking commit suicide. And then you do it. And that was the story, man. Thank you very much, Deadshot Helldog. Welcome to the Beanie Cult, good sir. Thank you, Deadshot Helldog. I appreciate you. You can now access members-only MMA Q&A live streams every single weekday for 50 minutes or longer. They all get uploaded afterwards as well. You get 20 below-the-belt podcasts equivalents, but they're all about MMA, not randomness, except sometimes we get into abortion. Non-retarded below-the-belt versions. It's great. Like below the belt, but no horrific brain damage. 20 times a month. Link in the description below, £5 a month. Thank you very much, Deadshot Helldog. That's a manly burp I've got there, man. I'm an animal. I'm going to loft you. Is Derek Lewis's balls weight bullies? See, sometimes Derek Lewis's balls in the cage are hot. Sometimes they're cold. And sometimes they don't fucking exist because he shells up like a bitch and quits. But he didn't quit because I'm not an MMA fighter, so I can't say it. But if an MMA fighter said it and enough of them did, everyone would agree that it's true that he quit. Lewis ain't got no heart, man. Like, he just seemed like... I know his leg must have been hurt. I understand his leg was hurt, but, like, he just looked like he was... just finish me. Just get rid of me. You know what I mean? At one point, it was pretty unfortunate. Why would you smash the girl from MMA holes? I did not. In the last few months. But before then... I'm saying? Lando Venata versus Kron Gracie. Early prediction. I don't know. Still love the guy. Yeah, I like him. The leg kicks were brutal. I understand that he was hurt. I get it. But it's just... I feel like when Derek Lewis is losing, there's always a problem. It's good, but it kind of does annoy me whenever a guy knows they're about to lose. They start touching an eye, like... And then, like, oh, my neck. Oh, my head. Something's happening to make me lose. It's not that I'm just being beaten. It's just like, oh, the rib. Oh, my rib. You know, oh, my leg. Oh, now I'm stepping a bit funny. Now I've been smacked with 50 uppercuts in a row and I can't see anymore. Now my leg feels a bit funny. That's how it goes. One of my favorite fighters is Paul Craig. I like Paul Craig as well. He's a cool guy. And he's got good wins. Pretty underrated. Any fighter with a chance to sell 1 million pay-per-views by himself in the UFC right now? No. Other than, well, McGregor. If McGregor's still in the UFC, yes. But obviously outside of McGregor, no, not a single one. If O'Malley gets the belts, I think he could. Because O'Malley, here's the thing about O'Malley's fame. Other fighters, they get following on Instagram and stuff like that. And then they fight and it gets way more. And then it stops growing. Sometimes it dips down a little bit. Then they fight again and it jumps up again. O'Malley, I believe, has gained 175,000 followers, like, since his last... Like, he gains following way, like, behind the scenes following. Like, he doesn't even have to fight to get it. He just gets good following from just doing his normal stuff, going on podcast. Thank you for the $50. Deadshot Helldog, thank you very much. Now you're a member and you've donated me 50 Australian dollars. Deadshot Helldog, thank you. Fucking God, I'm gonna fucking wank after this, man. I mean, thank you for the $50, Deadshot Helldog. I appreciate you, dude. Sup, Guru, been a fan for a while. Once I get out of the army, I'll be on the road to the UFC. I'll need a manager then. I shall be your management, but you'll never see me in person. You'll ring me over the phone once a month and I'll tell you exactly what to do and you'll be a champ in 2 years. Thank you for the 50 Australian dollars, Deadshot Helldog. In fact, I do it by text, in all honesty. So give me a couple of years to figure it out. Finish off your stuff in the army, Mr. Deadshot Helldog. That sounds like a person in the army, what they would name their account as well. I'll shoot you a text. All the text will be... It'll be midnight, and I'll find... I don't know where you are in the world, but I'll make sure it's midnight for you. And it'll just be a name, and it'll be or else. And otherwise, you're cut from the management company. But thank you for the 50 Australian dollars, Deadshot Helldog. I appreciate your 50 Australian dollars. Thank you so much indeed. Skinny Claw. Lol, these bums are such a low life. Imagine being a members plus a mod and donating to this gremlin, I'm assuming. Laughing, laughing, laughing. So sad. Imagine repeatedly counting to 300 seconds, being banned from a chat, only to join back to do exactly the same thing, only to get banned for another 300 seconds in my chat, and just sitting there and like watching the 300 seconds go by. Can you imagine? And then like you get back in and then you do it again and then you just sit there for another 300 seconds and just do nothing again. Imagine if someone would do that. Imagine. That'd be crazy. Like those would be like, they fuck girls, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it goes. Well, obviously. Whereabouts in Australia, Deadshot? I'm not too sure. UFC 263 card prediction out of 10. What? My rating of 263? Probably at 7 off recent memory. 7.5. Main event wasn't the best. Didn't have great consistency on the prelims. So that's what I'd go with. And now Smith Brown has joined. And I've received another donation, which makes the spamming a little bit more bearable, I would say. Thank you very much for the donation. JG. Oh my goodness, JG. Thank you for the $20, dude. I appreciate you. Gane beats Ngannou. Jones beats Stipe. And then, Gane beats Ngannou. Thank you for the $20. Jones beats Stipe. Okay, that's possible again. Gane versus Jones. Yuri by then is the light heavyweight champ and wants to move up. Biggest fight ever. Love you, Guru. Thank you for the $20. I don't think it would be the biggest fight ever, but it would be a big fight. The thing is, things are quick, and I feel like some of these names, they need to be around for a bit. If I was Yuri, I like everything about what you just said. Thank you for the $20, JG. Namaste and konnichiwa. But one thing I will say, I think Yuri needs to defend a couple of times and build his name, get a highlight reel, because they can't show his rising footage, and they've only got 2 KOs in the UFC to show of him. I kind of feel like a bit off about Michael Chandler promos because it's all just him punching Hooker. That was the whole thing that they did for the Oliveira fight. So I want Yuri to get a bit of experience first, get a couple of wins, defend twice, then he goes up. But thank you for the $20, JG. I appreciate your $20 so much indeed. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. I appreciate you. Overrated, underrated fighters? Yeah, maybe. That's last resort shit content, though. Thank you very much, Bad Dope. Bad ideas as well. Thank you for the $20, JG. And thank you for the 50 Australian dollars. Deadshot Helldog. Good luck in the army. Don't step on a landmine. Thank you for the 5 or 50 Australian dollars, dude. Appreciate that. Connor Twitter. Okay. You know, the time people say those 2 words together, that might as well be his new fucking surname. Sorry, Guru, for spamming. I deserve to be banned. Well, I'm not going to fucking encourage your fucking sadism and masochism. God bless you, Kelly Harrington. What a journey. I don't care. Me don't care. Shut that door now. I don't care, really. I've seen the stuff. But yeah. Manel Cap got paid money, and I'm glad. Even though he lost his purse. And also, that means that Ode Osborne got paid money as well. Because he took some of the purse. Good shit. Good shit, Ode Osborne. But he's shit. So it's unfortunate. Who's replacing Kevin Lee? I mean, who's replacing Sean Brady 2 weeks from now? Someone's got to replace Sean Brady, and I feel like it might be Kevin Lee. Marvin Vettori kind of sucks. I think Paulo wins the first 3 rounds. Constant pressure plus body shots work. I don't see it. I think he could, but I think he slows down after the second if he wants to. I think he has to put a crazy pace on to do good, and I don't think he can do that past the second round. But we'll see, I guess. Ortega was just saying how his upbringing was eating shit food in the good because he was poor, and I can relate. Growing up and getting a degree in sports nutrition, I still always want bad food. I know. Did you see the Isabella Loretta situation? Her allegations are insane and apparently has Nazi lineage. Isabella Loretta. Loretta. I only know Loretta's name because of Family Guy. Loretta. No. Oh, Peter. Isabella Loretta. Ha ha ha. Do I care? I don't really care, do I? I don't care. Oh no, I don't care. I don't know who it is, and I don't have time on an MMA stream to fucking look it up, mate, you stupid bastard. Brady got an infection. I know, but who should replace him? Please do a tier list of most overrated and underrated fighters in the UFC. You're banned now because you're an absolute fucking bot. Guru, do a room tour. I cannot. My camera is screwed onto a fucking television, so I'm not going to lift the TV around. Holy shot, Hank Hill is still there. Okay. Bilal. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense, though. But maybe. But he would maybe want Neil Magny instead over Kevin Lee, I would imagine. Jeff Neal versus Lee. Maybe, but Jeff Neal wants time off because he's a bitch. Well, you're not a bitch. He's a tough warrior, but he just really needs a lot of time off all the time and then complains about not being paid enough. You know? So I don't know if he'll step in on short notice. I doubt he'll take a full camp fight right now. Wonderboy, too soon fought ago. Those words are in different orders than what they were meant to be. But he fought too soon ago. When is the last time Chemp was in the chat, Guru? I don't know. He's probably here constantly under different names every single day, different times. Weird. Jeff Neal is waiting tables right now, indeed. Guru, when is the last time? I don't care. I have eaten my sandwich now. Okay. Chiesa got schooled last night. Funny how his walkout song is Stranglehold. Unfortunate little bit of circumstance there for him. Derek Lewis teardrops is the new dipping sauce at Popeyes. Okay, interesting. Tim Elliott's. What you fucking talking about? Thank you for the $10, darling boy. Guru, what you said about Paulo is what I think about Fiziev. If he fights any lightweight with good strike and defense, I think he has to overcompensate with volume if someone is prepared to make him miss. True. Thank you for the $10, good sir. Fiziev is good, but I would worry about him in a 5-rounder 100%. It'd be so worrying in a 5-rounder. You know what? Not just because you donated, but you can become a moderator again. Thank you for the $10, darling boy. I think I meant to make you a moderator, but I just never remade you a moderator after like a time where I gave you a trial. So I'm not just rewarding the money, but that's just reminded me. Thank you very much for the $10, darling boy. I appreciate you. Yeah, I agree as well. I think if someone can make him miss like a Gamrot and not be there to be hit, and maybe a guy like Brad Riddell goes out there and starts digging to Fiziev's body a little bit better with some power punches as well, I think they can beat Fiziev. I think I'd pick Brad Riddell 29-28 as well. I think Fiziev gets double-legged by Gillespie. Yes. I think Gillespie's going to be probably one of the better guys there. I wish he would pack on a pound of muscle, 2 pounds of muscle, 3 pounds of muscle. It would just make him so much better. Thank you for the $10, darling boy. Thank you very much for the $10. I appreciate you. But yeah, Fiziev, he looked good, but it was just, you know, it was too close to say that he now, because the whole point of beating contenders on the come up, if you're like a huge hyped contender, is if you destroy them, people like change their perspective of how you can beat other guys. Like, okay, he destroyed this guy, but can he like slightly destroy this guy? And if he slightly destroys this guy, can he like mildly destroy this guy? And if he mildly destroys this guy, can he barely edge out one of the top guys? If you're barely edging out the unranked guys, you know what I'm saying? Do you lose to Carlos Diego Ferreira? Name a Dagestani that is humble. Askar Askarov. Everyone's humble at times. It's not a state of being. It's like there's a time to be humble. You know what I mean? It's not like you're not just, oh, he did this one humble thing, therefore he is forever for the rest of time, regardless of his daily activities and what day he wakes up on. And being humble is not like a way of life. You know what I mean? It is, but like you do humble things. You don't just like, oh, the way he fucking walked to the fucking bus stop, he's so humble. You know what I mean? Bilal Muhammad is very humble ever since he lost his eye. Okay. What is the most important attribute when getting into the top 5? Wrestling, jits, composure, pressure, striking, counter, and cardio. Cardio is the make or break attribute. If you get into the top 5, most likely you're going to be going 5 rounds in a main event. If not already, then you're going to be doing it for your next fight once you're already into the top 5 for a title elimination bout. So cardio is the best thing to have, and how to use energy and momentum, fight IQ, I would say. You can have any attribute you want. If you can't go 5 rounds and you're entering the top 5, you're going to get exposed, typically. Even if you don't gas out, just how you get handled and the strategy that goes into it. It's good when you see 5-round experience, which is why I always like people that like linger in a regional promotion and take main events, because they go 5 rounds and then they look fine in 3-round bouts. And then when they get a 5-rounder, eventually it's like going back to doing 5-rounders rather than doing it for the first time. Guru, top 3 fake nice guys in the UFC. Wonderboy's pedophile. Cyborgs. I mean, guys, I don't know. She allegedly blackmailed. Oh, I don't care about this topic, and you're spamming it fucking 2 times over. I don't know. I don't care about that topic of discussion. You're banned for 300 seconds. Guru, be humble, brother. You're a cocky guy now, brother. Money, change your face now, brother. Yes. I tip your wheelchair now. Alhamdulillah. You never tip my wheelchair, brother. I make a wish, brother. You know this. I make a wish that you don't do this tipping, you know, brother. I'm happy to be here. I'm Brazilian as well. What is the hardest submission to complete? Go-go plata or a twister. But I don't really think so. I think twister's not that difficult to complete, in all honesty. It is, but it isn't. It's less intricate of a situation. Like, because you saw Bryce Mitchell, how easily you can just jump to it, but people don't really go for it too much. I know people are going to call me a casual for saying that a twister's not that hard, but like, I feel like a triangle, there's more stages to it. Once you've got both your legs around one of theirs, you're in like a position to just throw the arm over and it's in, basically. Peruvian necktie. Yeah. Yeah, that is a good submission to get, because you have to jump to it as well, and you have to put yourself in a bad position to get it as well. Thank you for the $10, darling boy. I appreciate your $10, good sir. Guru, have you watched the post-press conference? Dana literally forgot Leon fought Bilal. Remember the name Mohammed? He said Leon has only fought Nate in the last 2 years. He probably meant beat Nate in the last 2 years, but yes, Dana White is a very forgetful man. They all are. They all have fucking CTE in some way or the other. They all forget everything, including Chael Sonnen as well. It's getting ridiculous. Thank you for the $10, darling boy. You really understand how little attention they pay to the fights whenever there's like a sustained conversation with some of the top guys, you know? Like, the only fights they remember are like main events or like co-main events or main card of pay-per-view fights. If there's anything on the prelims or below, just like, oh, whoosh, who the fuck cares? Thank you for the $10, darling boy. But yes, I didn't see that, but I assume that it happened, and I don't believe you're lying, so I can imagine it quite well. Thank you for the $10, darling boy. I appreciate you. Calf slicer. Yeah, but you can't really get people with that, though. It's just pain. You can, but it has to be like a certain type of leg and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, it's not... It's like, it's a pain submission. So in the top level, you won't see people get down on others. Like, Dillashaw put Lineker in one twice, but it just does pain. So he just didn't tap. Habib's father told me it was a lollipop when I was 5. Okay. Thank you for the 20 Norwegian kroner, Harold Hansen. 4 a.m. in Norway. Fuck me. Yeah, you're very up late. You're up very late. As you can tell, I am as well, by the way I'm speaking in such a retarded fashion. Thank you for the 20 Norwegian kroner, Harold Hansen. I appreciate your 20 Norwegian kroner. Fucking kroner. Guru, what was it like at your Jewish manhood ceremony? I'm not Jewish. I don't know how to make a joke out of that situation either, so I'm just gonna cancel out. You're cancelled. Guru, isn't banana split the hardest submission to complete? The Suluev stretch? Yeah, it's pretty difficult to get, but they're more unexpected than difficult to get. It's just not something that people typically go for, you know? Because if you're in the position to get it in a random scramble, that's the easiest submission to get. You know what I mean? It's just wherever you end up in a scramble is like what the submission that you're going to look for or go for. So it's just an awkward place. You have to be in an awkward position to end up in a scramble to even go for that. Like, you have to be, like, off to the side on their back. And they have to be on, like, one knee on the ground. And you're on top of them still with all your weight there. And then you can reach over and grab the leg. And I don't know. It's just like where you end up in the scramble. It's just you're less likely to be in positions to pull off those kind of submissions compared to arm triangles and arm bars and rear naked chokes. But yeah, Suluev stretch, a very difficult submission though. I'm just being a contrarian. Guru, do Brandon Moreno impression. It's 3 a.m. What do you think of a Brazil-themed card with Oliveira versus Dustin Burns versus Masvidal, Aldo versus Font? That sounds an awful lot like Aldo versus Font isn't going to be for 5 rounds, which means if Aldo wins it, I won't be as excited as I could be for his eventual title shot. So no. Unless they're doing a 5-round feature fight with Aldo, then I'll accept it. However, I need Aldo to go 5 fucking rounds immediately. He needs to prove he can. If he gets a finish, whatever, good for him. I'll just wonder about it. But he needs to prove he can go 5 rounds before I even consider a rematch with Jan. Or, it doesn't matter. If he wins again, he'll get a title shot. But it'd just be so much better for my mind in terms of how competitive I would see the fight if I could see him go 5 good rounds. You know Aldo ain't getting 5 rounds. The one against Munhoz probably could have, because he's slowing people down now. But I just want to see it. I want to know it first. I don't want to have to guess for predictions. You know what I mean? But he slows people down now, so they can't break him as much in the 3rd round. He's body shotting. He's leg kicking. Before it used to be Aldo 1-2s, 1-2s, 1-2s. Hook, hook, hook. Swing, 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 swing. Uppercut. Swing, swing, swing. Rushing forward like in short bursts. But like they were wild exchanges at times with the hooks and the uppercuts and the overhands. It was, I don't know. I feel like he's more patient now and he invests more, which helps him. Like he could go 5, but he doesn't want any main events. But do it because it spotlight, and you give Font a big spotlight as well for a not so big name. Like, it's kind of annoying me that they don't want to. They shouldn't have any say in their entire career. It should all be up to Dana White, and the sport would be amazing. I'm joking. Aldo's managing his cardio better. He is. Yes, the Suluev stretch is very sick indeed. What content will you do this week? Here's the plan so far. Tomorrow, Cyril Gane versus Francis Ngannou, early prediction and breakdown. The day after tomorrow, you know, Cannonier versus Gastelum prediction. Saturday, that'll be. I accidentally called a girl Guru when I was mid-burst, and it caused her to suck back up into me out of embarrassment. Okay, interesting. Does Cyril Gane have the most tier list? Yeah, I'm going to do tier list. I'm doing most entertaining fighter, and I'm also going to do best personality. So entertaining style, so most exciting fighter, and most entertaining personality as well. That's what I'm going to do. Indeed. Cardio with what is best. And then there'll probably be some fight announcements in the middle of the week as well, so I can react to those. And a big thing in the news maybe will happen in this week, and I can talk about that. Or I could do like a Jones Stipe prediction. Who knows? We'll get nice and flouty, you know what I mean? Nice and flouty with it. Does Cyril Gane have the most underrated drip in the UFC roster? I swear the UFC can promote him so well despite the no shit talking. He's just a cool guy. But yeah, you need to catch people's attention first. And even though he's cool, you need to catch the attention before they like you. Because it's all about you even being in a position to be seen by them. And you have to be sort of outlandish to be in that position. You know? People aren't just going to search Cyril Gane on Instagram out of luck and then like, oh, this is Cyril Gane. You've got to do something that branches away from just being the MMA fighter. Like a hilarious moment to where they'll go, who's this? Oh, this. Oh, he's fighting this weekend. I don't know why people hate Gane so much. They don't. He was just fighting in Houston. I think people are going to like Gane. I think they'll boo him against Ngannou a little bit, but I think he'll get some cheers. He was in Houston. It makes sense. Not like Strickland cooking meth in a trailer. Gane has Bill Cosby tendencies. Okay, then. Hermanson would sub Marty. To be fair, with the Cosby thing, Derek Lewis did look like he'd been spiked. Do a tier list of worst spammers in the chat. Okay. Progressive martial arts is top of the tier list. You're just annoying in general, and next time you start spamming dumb shit, I'm just going to permanently ban you. You've been here for like a couple of days, and I don't know how you're not permanently banned, because I just a waste of you spamming nonsense. I think that's that last chance, I think, because you're just a waste. Cannonier versus Gastelum prediction. I'm going to go with Cannonier by TKO. Gastelum, sorry, this needs to be mentioned, okay? I know he's 29 and he's still young. Dude, he got fucked up by Whittaker in April, 5 months ago. Like, I understand it's not that short of time, but he's taking a lot of, like, Ortega damage. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to take the power of Cannonier, and I think he's got too used to relying on his chin, and I think it's going to be a bad sign for him. He's been dropped by opponents, been dropped by Adesanya. He's been dropped by, not Whittaker, but he got rocked by Whittaker at one point. He got dropped by Jacare, I believe. No. Someone dropped him. He dropped Jacare. He doesn't get dropped often, but I feel like he's going to get hurt here. Cannonier's a little bit too powerful and too big. Gaslam's never been TKO'd. I know he hasn't, but I think he's gonna. I've seen him walk into so many shots recently. He just doesn't seem to have the same head movement, and I think he's just proud of his chin. I actually think Gane is a lot more likable than Ngannou. Oh yeah, he is. Cannonier's power is overrated. His KOs are over 40 years old. Whack on the feet, Jack Hermanson, and a guy that's not in the UFC anymore. Okay, he's big as well, and he's powerful, and I do think that he can crack Gastelum, but we'll see. And I think, just going off the Whittaker performances, Cannonier had a close fight with Whittaker, even though he lost. And he lost clearly, but it was a close fight. It was competitive in every round. Even when he got hurt, he came back and hurt Whittaker. But Gastelum just got scored and just destroyed. So I don't know. Was Ronda Rousey overhyped? No, she was destroying everyone. She wasn't overhyped. But yes, some of the things that were said about her were overhyped. Like the whole, she could beat Mayweather in a boxing match or whatever. But she was still the champ and dominant at the time. Just how everyone nowadays gets called dominant if they're a couple of defenses in. Makes sense. She was good. Ronda was the best in the world at one point, by far. I don't think she was overhyped. It's just eventually another best in the world comes along. And then a lesbian comes along called Nunes. Gastelum can wrestle Cannonier. Okay. But I don't think he can at all, though. I don't think he can in any way. That's silly of you. I don't think Gastelum is going to grapple with Cannonier and beat him there in any way at all. Sorry. Gastelum's got good grappling, but not a middleweight. I think people are a bit too big for him. With Aldo winning, look at his resume. Is he the best Brazilian fighter of all time? Yeah. Aldo's top 10 GOATs, I think. Look at Aldo's record. I think he's top 10 GOATs right now because he's still active and it gives him a bit of an advantage. But so he goes 6-0 against decent competition, some of them. Loses to Azevedo, then goes from 7-1 to 24-1. And throughout that run, he beats names like 7-0 Thiago Mueller, 6-1 Mariuama, Nogueira 13-4, Jonathan Brookins 8-2, 26-12 Chris Mickle, not too good, 13-2 Crab Swanson, 21-4 Mike Brown, 23-3 Uriah Faber, 11-4 Gamburian. Gamburian was decent back then. Hominick 20-8, Kenny Florian 14-5, Mendez 11-0 at the time, Edgar 15-3, Korean Zombie 13-3, Ricardo Lamas 13-2, Chad Mendez 16-1, McGregor loss, Edgar win, Holloway 2 losses, beat Stevens Moicano, Volkanovski loss, questionable Moraes loss, Piotian loss, but he beat Vera and Munhoz. He's got a great resume. Mods. Not sure if you already spoke about it. I don't know. Maybe he's not in the top 10 GOATs yet, Aldo. I don't know. Maybe he's not in the top 10 GOATs yet, but now he's on a 2-fight win streak. I'm estimating it. If Aldo beats another guy and he becomes like a top contender ready for a title shot, I think he's in that mix of GOATs. Even if he's ranked lower, his overall accomplishments, you can't deny it. The streak that he had at featherweight, then he like stayed around at featherweight in the top of the division, beat a couple of contenders. Now he's at bantamweight and he's had 2 streaks towards belts, even though the first one was questionable. This would be sick. If he wins his next fight, I think he might be top 10 in terms of his activity. But if he wins the belt at bantamweight and retires, he's top 5. Number 5, he'd take Khabib's spot, in my opinion, on greatness. Angela Hill is all pro-black and shite, but she likes white pussy, okay. This channel should be called MMA Casuals. Okay. So Aldo over Silva. Shut up anymore. No more talking. No more. Don't make me think. Just let me say things without repercussion or debate. Decorated Hall of Famer, indeed. Imagine being Aldo and not belonging to a... Okay, calm down, please. Favorite fight on the card last night. Miles John's KO is still sick as fuck. I know there was a lot of other good fights. The best fight on the card was obviously Fiziev versus Green. But, man, I'm still not getting over Miles John's performance because he actually went flawless against Anderson Dos Santos. And I know he was supposed to win that fight, but he looked like a real, like a contender that can do something in the division. That KO was so sick. Obviously, Manel Cap got the flying knee, but something about Miles John's combo to the body and then over the top, it was so nasty. Not sure if you already spoke on this, but what do you think of McGregor calling Aldo a legend? Is he showing respect or trying to big up himself? That's what everyone does, dude. That's what everyone does. Whenever someone has to go out of their way to like openly say, I respect this man, they're openly bigging up themselves as well by saying that, see, I'm a guy who can give respect. It's just it's always going to be there. It's always going to be a question about it. But he might just be trying to get some fans back, or he saw that Aldo said something nice about him and said, I might as well say something nice about Aldo. Who knows? Crazy how Aldo is now older and at a lower weight class and is faster than dudes in that class. I know, it's ridiculous. Lol Guru, please read this through. Why do you ban people who are loyal to the stream like me who ask viable? I didn't ban you. I have mods. They sometimes ban people who spam massive paragraphs like you're doing right now. But I don't. I just don't like people that spam paragraphs, and you've done 3 in one screen there. But ignore good questions because you're spamming them in paragraphs and it annoys me. So I try to encourage people spamming paragraphs like you're doing by not reading them as much. I'm trying to find individual ones. Do Cyril Gane's career path to GOAT video. I don't know. I like doing career paths to people that are like barely ranked or unranked prospects, you know? Yeah, we know what BDSM is. We are over the age of 10. Do Cyril Gane career path GOAT video. Connor complimented Aldo when he moved to 135 before. He did. Does Miles Johns get a co-main if he does it once more? No, he doesn't have that kind of following, but I think he gets a feature fight position with Adrian Yanez now. But does he get a co-main on his own? He doesn't seem to be getting a following. He still hasn't got 10k followers, you know. So it depends. If he KOs Adrian Yanez with a one-punch KO and gets 50k followers, maybe. But no. Co-mains and mains should be reserved for ranked fighters. I don't care how big of a hype there is. Miles Johns versus Adrian Yanez. Who you got? I got Adrian Yanez, but Miles Johns would do good. Who do you think has the biggest penis in the UFC? Nunes. Korean Zombie versus Calvin Qatar prediction. The Korean Zombie. I don't know if Qatar's going to do well coming back. I kind of think Qatar could beat him, though, actually, I think. But I don't like how much damage he fucking took in that fight. That's a pretty career-changing fight right there. I'd like to see him bounce back, come off a win, then look for a Korean Zombie fight. Fight Josh Emmett. If he still takes punches off of him, I'll pick him against Korean Zombie. Imagine a flyweight has the biggest. Potential. Guru, do Hamzat Broda. I don't know what that means. You don't know this, brother. Yes. Snapping front kick to the hand. Oh, snapping front kick to the hand. Do you still want to try and become a pro MMA heavyweight? I'm already there, brother. I'm already in the UFC. Did you watch my fight earlier? against I just that one punch KO'd Ngannou last fight. Song Yudong's ceiling. I don't know. He doesn't need him to be that tall, you know what I mean? Bantamweight. But I'd say he's going to be a number 7, 8 guy for the rest of his career, the whole time. I just don't see anything special enough to say that he's going to beat the top guys, but I can see him being like 7, 8, 9. Around that area. Guru is title Ivasi. Yes, indeed I am. Don't spam me, won't ban you. Simple. Why is heavyweight limited to just 205? I'm not too sure. 265, I'm not too sure. But it would be disastrous if they were allowed to be over that. And we've got to have some kind of limit. So, yeah, 265. Is Ngannou slips and KOs himself? You didn't KO him? Okay. Well, no, I technically did, though, because I caused it by making him in that state of fear. Oi, Daniel Rodriguez put the info that Brady pulled out on his IG story. I think he really wants that fight. He's got to go for it now. I'm praying he gets to fight. He'd knock Lee the fuck out. That's a good scrap if Daniel Rodriguez can get that fight. Hot take, Kevin Lee chokes him out in a round. Don't mean to have a hot take here, but I think Kevin Lee could rear naked choke him in a round, maybe. I don't know, though. D-Rod's good, but Mike Perry picked up D-Rod and just dunked him down. And Kevin Lee smashed Barboza really badly. I don't know. I think Kevin Lee's really good secretly, and no one accepts it. Guru needs donos, you poor bastards. I don't need them. I just require them to exist and be happy while existing. You know what I mean? Abubakar Nurmagomedov versus Kevin Lee. Abubakar Nurmagomedov. No, Kevin Lee would beat Abubakar. Abubakar's not that good. Come on. He's the worst Nurmagomedov there is. Be real. He's the worst Nurmagomedov. He lost the 3rd round to Jared Gooden. Kevin Lee is secretly gay. Okay. Serious, please. Do you still want to try and become a pro MMA heavyweight? Someone will pay me $100K when I'm 27 and having a midlife crisis, and I'll do it. What UFC fighter do you think eats ass? Fucking, I hope Namajunas does. How long you streamed today? I've streamed for 2 hours earlier and an hour now. Arnold Allen versus Josh Emmett prediction. Josh Emmett would... Arnold Allen, sorry. Arnold Allen beats the Korean Zombie and Josh Emmett. But I don't know about anyone else. But I think he beats those two, and he could beat Volkanovski by KO, maybe, but I don't see it. Michael Johnson. Okay. I guarantee you, Till eats bang. Okay. I would assume so. It's all those marks on his nose. He has those weird brown marks on his nose. Probably why. Guru, could you beat John Phillips with a full camp? Yes. But my camps are special. They're purely for concentration. You know what I mean? That's all I need to win a fight is just concentration. Weird camps that we do, but if it works to help my concentration, I'll do it. You know what I mean? I would think Tuivasa eats booty. Okay. I don't see him beating KZ because that will be a 5-rounder. But I do because Sadiq Yusuf's way better than KZ at pressuring and breaking people down. KZ's too patient, and it'll be a slower fight, and Arnold Allen will do way better. My opinion. And he moves around too much, side to side, and KZ doesn't like that at all. He likes everything in a straight line. Ping, ping, ping. 1-2s, 1-2s. Over the jab, over the jab. I mean, I think Arnold moves too much. Guru, which UFC champions can you beat? Nunes, Shevchenko, and Namajunas. Headbutts only. Guru, bro, this is horseshit. I legit have a membership and watch your stream every day, and your gay mods keep banning me. How are people supposed to ask good questions in one sentence instead of a paragraph? You are not even being banned. You're just spamming that paragraph over and over again. Lee is legitimately a fucking bitch. He's going to step into the cage and get pieced up on the feet and do what he always does and look for a way out. Dude will get sparked out. That's your great question. It wasn't even a question. I can't read you every single time. Okay, darling boy, don't ban him for doing that. I mean, this is, yeah. Get it. You're banned. I can't even undo that. Don't ban him for that infrequent of spamming. That was me. Yeah. I need to sneeze. Oh, I can't sneeze. But Mark Williams needs a ban. How do you see Luque beating Usman in a 5-rounder? I don't know. I'm not too sure, good sir. Reads my comment, Lamau. Okay, that was your comment. You have the same profile, it looks like. Fiziev versus Tsarukian, who you got? I don't know. Stop banning a guy who's only doing one paragraph every 3 pages of chat, please. Stop banning that Mike Ock guy. Guru, I'm going to love doing it. I'm going to love doing it. I have a poop and a puke fetish, Guru. Rub and smear it all over me like a pig. Okay. Like a Shapton mallet pig. Drunken Gane versus Guru. Who wins? I don't know. Hot take, Arnold Allen would murder Volkanovski. He could KO him. That's the only thing that you have to watch out for. Head kick on the temple. I can see it. The Weasel's 5'7", 98 pounds. Can tell by his voice. Okay. Leon versus Masvidal predictions. I'm going to go with Leon Edwards. Just I don't think Masvidal has the cardio in the later rounds to catch him once Leon gets tired. So I'd go with Leon. Tough, though. If Masvidal got held against the cage again by Usman, I'd pick him. But it's just because he got flattened and KO'd for the first time. I don't know if he's going to be the same. Unpopular opinion, Zombie beats Yair in a rematch. Thoughts? No. I would say Yair wins. Yair on a week's notice the first time. He went out there, he won a round, and he made another round close, and he finished in the 5th. I think on full camp, he would just have better cardio and just keep it going. Because the first 2 rounds were the close ones. He won the first, I believe. The second was close. I think he would win in a rematch. Thank you for the 20 Norwegian krona, Harold Hansen. Hermansen versus Usman, how would it go? Hermansen, I say Hermansen heel hook. I think he could get that. He's just so big compared to them. But I'd probably say Usman, maybe. Decision. Something like that. But Hermansen, just stalls it out in a weird position on the ground for a while. I don't know. Tough fight. Opinion on Weasel looking like a touchback guy. True, he does look a bit like Ido Portal. Path to victory for Yair against Holloway. I don't know. Thank you for the 20 Norwegian krona, though, Harold Hansen. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Yair against Holloway. Yair should, against Holloway, chop at the legs, go high with head kicks as well, and then start blasting body kicks as hard as he can. Throw some 1-2s, start throwing some jabs, start feinting some jabs, start flicking out jabs with kicks hidden underneath them, try and bring Holloway's hands up a little bit. So I'd throw some high stuff, and then start going to the body under the elbow with some body kicks, and hopefully he finishes him by body kick or something like that. Plus use oblique kicks as well. Pretty shit that Mendes isn't coming back. I know, it kind of sucks, but BKFC gets him, I guess. That's how the competition goes. Sorry, Mike Ock. Stop banning Mike Ock. He's not going to spam anymore. Who is the worst matchup for Charles Oliveira? I don't know. What porn does Strickland watch? Scat porn. Strickland is a known pedo meth dealer in my neighborhood. Legend. What a legendary guy. Sounds like a hoot. Serious, personally, I think Usman loses to most 185ers in the top 15. Yeah, I know. That's why I kind of debated it a bit. I think Tavares could beat Usman. And that sounds bad, but I think he actually might have a chance to. Yeah, because they're just big. And once you're when Usman's always the bigger guy with the reach advantage, you just get used to it. And that's what happened to Adesanya when he moved up to light heavyweight. You just get used to just being the bigger, framier guy with the longer reach. And you don't have to be as good. You just have that attribute over your opponent. And when you move up and you don't have the reach as much anymore and you don't have the muscle power against the cage, just hold people there, it gets rough. Middleweights are shit. Also, Brad Tavares. Middleweights are bad, but they're a tier below welterweight. I'm not saying they're fucking welterweight's godsend and then middleweight's way below it. It's all in stages. There's just certain style matchups that Tavares wouldn't have to worry about takedowns at all. I just don't think Usman would be good without size. Even though he's really good striking-wise and he does have good jabs and stand-up, I think a bigger guy who couldn't be out-muscled and doesn't have to worry about it and doesn't have to, like, worry about defending takedowns and has a reach as well and has a big frame as well and has big power as well, I think they could beat him. But, you know. Middleweight's the worst division, but Usman can't beat any top 10. I know. But, like, a guy like Whittaker can because he doesn't need size. He's fast. He's quick. You know what I mean? So he can go through middleweight. There's just different... I just think size comes into some people's game plans way more than others. You know? I don't know. Have you got work tomorrow? I do. Like, I don't know if Till beats a lot of the top 15. I think Brunson's a good matchup for him, but I don't know if he'd beat other guys like Vittori or like Costa or any of those guys. I don't know. It's tough. It's just a big size difference, you know? Even though they're technically not as good, it's 15 pounds, you know? It's a lot of weight to change. It's not like a 10-pound jump. And even that's a lot. Guru, I'm truly not trying to spam ever. You're spamming right now. I space my shit out so it doesn't cram. I just want to ask in-depth questions, unlike 90% of the bullshit people ask here over and over. No, you don't, dude. You're just banned. You're some weird little psychopath. You're just weirder. You just spam nonsense all the time, Ilya Poplovich. Like, people don't fucking see you here every day doing absolute bullshit. And you just spammed all of that 5 in a row. Like, you're gone. So annoying, man. Guru, how often do you crush puss? How often do I crush puss? Like, sometimes they bring, like, a few cats on the weekend, but it just depends. When I go to that cat sacrifice center, I'm crushing puss, like, 5 times a day. You know what I mean? Sometimes it gets a bit much because you start to have, like, hallucinations and, like weird trips about all the death that you're watching, but at the cat sacrifice center, we do work with the fucking sledgehammer. Thank you for the free Australian dollars, Yanis Arhuntolis. I appreciate your free Australian dollars, good sir. How do you think Poirier versus Covington goes? I believe that Poirier would beat Covington. No, I'm joking. Covington would out-grapple Poirier and probably get a rear naked choke in the 4th. My opinion. Or pound him out to a TKO win and Poirier's got no more energy and can't defend himself. I think Usman and Covington beat Poirier. But I think Poirier could beat Masvidal. Hot take. And I think he quite easily could do it, maybe, by TKO. Thank you for the free Australian dollars, Yanis Arhuntolis. I appreciate that, dude. Guru, the fact that Gane feels no fear or pressure leading up to a fight is pretty scary. It is scary, and that's why I'm picking him to beat Ngannou. Jared Cannonier is 37. He's an old man. I know, but Gastelum's slurry and he's Gastelum, so he's taken lots of big shots on the chin. Islam just said MMA is not a women's sport on Twitter, though. He might have deleted it. Okay. He didn't just do that now. He did it way ages ago. Oh. Jared Cannonier is 37. He's an old man. Who's the worst matchup for Charles Oliveira? Poirier. Man said Dustin will beat Masvidal. What the fuck? That is far-fetched to you? That's what you think? Burns can't make the rankings, but he can make a title shot at welterweight, and Poirier beating Masvidal is far-fetched to you. Masvidal can't make the rankings in the top 10, but he makes it to a title shot at welterweight. That's far-fetched to you. Poirier would beat Masvidal. I don't care. He would TKO him. He's way better than him, technically. Way better than him. And he wouldn't be that much smaller than Masvidal either. And now Masvidal's been chinned, and he's way older. Wish Romero was still in the UFC. Guarantee Usman would never entertain the idea of a middleweight. He was still there. Okay. Interesting stuff. Simone versus Tima is off. And why might that be? Please do say. I beg of you. What's wrong with these bum mods? Okay. Do that brilliant joke you do about... No, I don't do one. Lamau, your dumbass says I spam shit every day, every week, when 90% of the time I say shit, you agree or go in depth about it. How does that make me a psychopath? Shake my head, you're off, mate. Didn't even speak to you when I fucking said that. I clearly said the name Ilya Popovich. So maybe you are a psychopath as well. Because I clearly was speaking to Ilya Popovich and I banned him as I was doing it. And I went through a whole routine based on him and made it about him and said that he was a psychopath. I don't know how you could read into that I was saying that about you. You might be. I didn't even realize, but you might secretly be if you think I was talking about you there. Thank you for the $5 flowfication. I don't know why you're up so late on a non-fight night, but thanks, Guru. No problem for the $5 flowfication. Thank you very much. Timo pulled out. Fuck, man. Thank you for the $5 flowfication. I'm up so late because I'm bored, and I realized I could be streaming instead of being bored. And I'm not going to sleep anytime soon because I'm mentally insane. Thank you for spamming that 50 times. Granny gun jobs. Oh, you already got him. Okay. Guru, why are you talking about me? I haven't said anything. It's just stop. My bad. I thought you said I was because you read my comment after being banned, so it made me think you're talking about me. Shake my head. Okay. Who Bobby Green fighting next? Jim Miller. What's Jim Miller doing? Mind that one. Wouldn't be too bad. Jim Miller would be cool. No, he's fighting Nicholas Motta. Let's see Bobby Green. For SEM, that's what will be next for him. Bobby Green saying for SEM's calling him out, and I think he destroys for SEM. So I would take that fight if I was him, as soon as I can as well, at the end of the year. Your mod banned me 4 times. It's all love, Guru, but for real, get better mods. Just don't spam paragraphs, please. Thank you for the $5 flowfication. If I notice more moderator abuse, then I don't know. I'll stop it. Why has Mr. 132 been timed out? Mr. 132 has 2 messages in like 5 scrolls. We're relieving moderator rights for a day. Hank Hill, shut up. We're sealing up the group again. Hank Hill just stops. Just if they're really spamming it, get rid of him. But like if they do 2, yeah. But you can come back. I'm just closing off the new branch, but you can come back eventually. It's okay, darling boy. Mike Oxmore. Okay. You know, I'm going to remove Hank Hill as well. We're going to start from the beginning. I'm worried that you might seize power from me. Okay. I need some cancer in this chat. It's actually all the content I fucking have. As much as I say, let's talk about MMA, I need chaos. At a time. The chaos works for me. It works for me. I'll give back mod in like a day. I don't know. I'll give back mod tomorrow, probably. For that propane salesman, okay. Boo. I'm not booing you. I'll make you mod again tomorrow. I just want some chaos for a bit. Look at the fucking flurry of the chat. Yes. Yes. What's next for Roman Delidzi? I have no idea. Look at the activity in the chat here. Okay, don't W ban toast. You're banned. Alazar is a hater, Lamal. I don't know. Yo. The MMA Guru, I never bet against Khabib, Oliveira, and Usman. Never have for 4 years now. Interesting. Thank you very much. Okay. Hey, you ain't getting that mod back. No, you are. I need mods eventually, but I just don't know. I know there's a lot of disappearing people that just saw one message of. Bro, Britain is trash. Okay, good sir. I don't disagree with you there, in all honesty. Make me mod. No. AIDS for everyone. Okay. Yup, good to go. Okay. Who do you think Usman beats at the prime GSP era? Don't know what that means. Why do you think Usman beats prime GSP do? I just think he does. Guru was banned yesterday. Okay, cool. They let the inmates out of the asylum. We're free, boys. I mean, there's not really too much spam here. It's all individual people. Rule Britannia, bitch. Okay. Masvidal needs to win a title before retiring. He does, but he won a BMF one, but it's shit. But, like, I don't know if he's going to ever win a title, so he might not want to get KO'd or lose again. You know what I'm saying? Because looking back at it, having a close fight with Maya is a massive red flag. You know? Even though he fought a better Maya than the others, not the best. Mods need to be present. Mod the guys that are here often and aren't a-holes. I mean, that's who I'd modded, but I'm just revoking for a day. Back to the GOAT convo. I believe you have at least 2 belts to be in the GOAT convo, minus the older GOATs, GSP, Silver, and Jones. Okay, but GSP has 2 belts, though. But I don't know if you have to have 2 belts to be in the GOAT convo. But I think Cejudo is more in the conversation than people suggest. Cejudo right now, as it stands, I think is top 10, maybe. Maybe number 10 or 9. It's just I hate the questionality of his GOAT resume. I know he lost to Demetrius Johnson, and he fluked to Dillashaw because he took it on a lower weight class, but I don't know. And Moraes isn't as good of a win anymore, and Cruz took it on short notice. Man, Cejudo got blessed a free legacy. Thank you for the $2, Noah Spencer. I appreciate the $2. I love you too. Thank you. You think Song Yudong has a small wee-wee? I don't know. Is there any way Chandler beats Gaethje? Yes, he can take him down over and over again and just tap him out, maybe. Maya is legit, man. Come on, man. Don't disrespect a legend. Okay. You need to wash your beanie. All right. I don't. And I will never do it ever. I'm joking. I do it twice a week. Once every 2 weeks. Sorry. Thank you for the £2.79, Dana Ferguson. How can Jorge be BMF but doesn't defend the belt? It's just funny, isn't it? It's funnier that way. Then you can constantly promote him as it, even if he loses. Easy win. Thank you very much for the £2, Dana Ferguson. Appreciate you. Yeah, Cejudo popped. Okay. Maybe. What do you consider a washed fighter, Guru? I mean, if they bath or shower twice a day. You know what I'm saying? Best wife, good life, Brad's, indeed. Bombakla, Guru, man. Check Big Marcel 24's Insta page. Unfortunate, the UFC 266 news. Okay. There's no unfortunate news. Ricky Simone Timo Valiev was never officially offered. Contracts were also never sent. The fight will not happen. What? Doesn't make any sense. How's it official on the card? Jacob Temple, man, you're cute, okay? What do you drink? Iron Brew. I would Triple C have lost to Aldo if he hadn't pulled out. Shit, maybe. But I doubt it. I think he would eventually got to him in the later rounds and won 3-2 or something like that. But maybe. Who knows? But he did beat Moraes, who beat Aldo, in my opinion. Yo, Guru, mod me G. I'm the remember me G guy. Okay, but Aldo with his reach advantage over a shorter Cejudo, it'd be kind of like fighting Pedro Munhoz, but just without the offensive grappling, which Aldo wouldn't have to worry about, I don't think. Does Mcgregor cheat on his wife and does cocaine? I'm pretty sure they have an open relationship, I'm sure. Guru, can you elaborate on how brain dead Chael Sonnen seems these days? I don't want to pile onto him because he is the best fighter ever and he's never lost a round, completely undisputed, undefeated, but he's losing it a bit, getting a bit Bidenish. You know what I'm saying? Guru, favorite white fighter and black fighter? Favorite white fighter? Prohaska. Favorite black fighter? Mike Perry. Well, Simone won't fight Munhoz. Bitch celebrated early. Okay. Guru, favorite Antifa fighter? Maybe he still will fight Munhoz, but he'll just wait. Antifa fighter? I don't know. Does 135 Aldo beat Kevin Lee? No. He's way too small. He'd be out-grappled. Guru, does Amanda Nunes beat CM Punk? Enough of AIDS, please, for a bit. You think Kron Gracie submits Lando? No, I think Lando's got too good awareness and too good takedown defense, and Kron Gracie doesn't care about fighting. Guru, answer my spam question. You aren't even spamming. Luke head kick Strickland. Okay. Guru, you have some fuck faces playing bullshit games in this chat, fucking with people and copying other people's comments and posting them in the stream, aka Jacob Temple. Ban the fuck. Just ignore it. Who do you think is the next double champ? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Ryan Hall versus Holloway prediction. Max Holloway would win. And this is your next account that's going to have to be banned. Favorite Asian fighter, favorite Hispanic fighter, and favorite Middle Eastern fighter? I don't know. Guru, do you think Francis beats Brian Kane? Yes. Yes, I do. One punch. Kane was not that good, but it was back then, so he's okay, I guess. Lol. And Ngannou now would definitely do it. Probably while Kane's on a single leg, he's just pounding behind his ear. Everyone in a chat hates each other. Okay, why do people get so mad in this chat? I don't know. It's just there's like a couple bots, and it's just how they live their life, but it's fine. Hair in my face. Prediction for Edmund versus Imavov. Imavov, but I'm worried. I might pick Edmund because he's actually really good, and if he can just survive the 3 rounds. But he was supposed to make that adjustment the first time, so I don't trust him to. I don't even trust him to. I'll go Nasruddin Imavov because he can mix in takedowns as well. I don't trust Edmund. He was supposed to fix his cardio problems after the Brunson fight. He showed up with exactly the same cardio against Hermansson. And he took a slower pace as well. I don't trust him. Are you attending UFC in London? It isn't in London anymore. It's in Vegas. Do women UFC fighters wear a cup? No, other than Nunes and Cyborg. For weird reasons. Guru, you should get into MMA Twitter, man. You'd gain a lot of following from it, saying funny shit and calling out pussy accounts. I'd also get like banned when people like tag things I've said in like the reply threads. So I don't know, but I might do. We'll see how it goes. The mods are making everyone hate each other. It's sad. There's no mods right now, so they can't be. Guru, about a year ago, I was said Gane would get chinned soon. I was wrong, and I want to admit it. I don't want you to think your whole chat lies about predicting wrong. Okay. Which girl fighters were no underwear in the octagon? I don't know. Adesanya? Got a breast? Fuck Twitter. Answer me, Guru. Fuck's sake. You're not even sending messages. Count to 300 for me. Just remove every mod. There are no mods right now. Gane has a clear push to becoming the GOAT in a short period of time. Only 10 fights into his career. I hope he gets the belt. Indeed. Indeed. All he has to do, in my opinion, is beat Ngannou, and this is obviously like a big deal, not just all he has to do, but even still, beat Ngannou, beat Miocic, beat Jones, GOAT. Heavyweight GOAT. Easy. 3 fights. That's 2 title defenses for him. He'd get it with 2 title defenses. Because of the resume he already has, JDS, Volkov, Rosenstruik, Derek Lewis, the resume he already has, plus Ngannou, Miocic, John Jones. That'd be done. Heavyweight GOAT. 2 defenses, I know. So there'd still be an argument about Miocic, but if he has those names on his resume, he'd be what? 13-0. Completely undefeated. No blips whatsoever. Maybe if he tied the record and got 3. But even still, maybe at 2 defenses, it'd still be in a conversation. Man, these late streams brings out the weirdos. Okay, it's Americans. Thank you for the $5, Brooke Gibriazus. I appreciate your $5, good sir. Thank you. If McGregor can come back and win back the lightweight title and win the welterweight title, what would that do to his legacy? Win back the lightweight title and win the welterweight title. If he did it whilst beating Poirier in the meantime, he would be in the top 5 GOATs. He would have to be, I would say. Holloway, Poirier, and he would have settled the trilogy as well, because his win, if it was legit, would be more of a win than Poirier's would be. Thank you for the $5. So if he moved up to lightweight, got the belt there, he'd probably beat another guy like Oliveira. He'd be in the top 5 GOATs. I don't think you'd put him in the very top because of lack of defenses or fights that have been won, but he'd be 4 or 5. He'd be above Habib, even if he lost to Habib. Lightweight and welterweight, and he had the featherweight belt, and he beat Aldo and Mendez to get it, and Holloway and Poirier. He'd have a sick resume. And then what, Usman on his resume, #1 pound for pound? He wouldn't do it. I don't think he would ever be able to do that at all, but it would obviously put him in the top of the GOAT conversation. Thank you for the $5, Brooke Jabrizis. Thank you for the $5, good sir. I appreciate you. Thanks for all the donations, guys. Do you know Candice? It's a first name with no surname. It could be anyone named Candice. Guru, should there have been a cruiserweight division of 225 between light heavyweight and heavyweight? No. No, not at all. There'd be no fighters, so no. We need all the heavyweights we can get. No, we're not trimming them up a bit. The only division I agree with is 165, 175, but I don't agree with the cruiserweight division. We don't need it. Once heavyweight stacked, we can do it, but no. Guru, you're a real legend. Thank you. Heavyweight is so technically poor that you can get a champion who has been training for 3 years but is athletic, indeed. That's £2 for pound number one that Conor would have slayed in his career. I don't think any UFC fighter has done that. True, that would be on the historic win streaks that he would have snapped as well. Does Triple C beat TJ at 35? No, he'd lose by KO as well in the second round, I think. Who do you think Dominic Cruz fights next? Frankie Edgar. That would just be perfect, man. That's what I think Cruz needs to do next, and I think he just needs to just sign a fight in December for it as well. Or just as soon as possible in 8 weeks. What are you waiting for, dude? Go make some more money. You keep your commentary job for a guaranteed a bit more time. You know what I mean? That's what these fighters need to realize when they're still active. Unless they're like DC and they've made all the connections and they're a big enough name like DC is, they can't keep that job, in all honesty. I can see them replacing Felder soon. Not because Felder's bad, but just because when another big name that's smart retires and they want a job and they want to turn it over, I feel like just staying active just keeps your job in every way intact, including your commentary job for at least an extra 6 months. But yeah, and Chiesa. Yeah, Chiesa's going to want a job, you know what I mean? A lot of people are. Let's spam in the chat with donos, okay. Guru, Conor may barely be or not at all be in the top 10 GOATs, but he's definitely in the Mount Rushmore of MMA with his impact alone, yeah. True. How is Edgar still fighting? I have no idea, but how is Cruz still fighting? I know he had those breaks, but Jesus, they've both been around for a while. But I'd like Edgar versus Cruz, and I'd want it on the October 9th fight night card. It has a main event of Marina Rodriguez, Mackenzie Dern, and a feature fight of Aspen Ladd versus Macy Chasson. It needs a sick co-main event that could be a main event. Edgar versus Cruz. Now. That's what I need. Can you hook me up with Liz Hurley circa 2002? I'm not sure who that is. Edgar needs to retire before he catches another flying knee. Interesting. Very interesting. Who is the best commentator? Your nan? No, the best commentator is... They're all shit. If they made a 165-pound division, who would be the top 5 in 12 to 18 months? Boy, that's a donation question. Who would be the top 5 of that division in 12 to 16 months? Covington would be the champion. This is what I'll predict. So if after Covington loses to Usman, they make this division. Covington's the champion. Number 2 in the division would be Dustin Poirier. And they would have fought for the vacant belt and Covington would have beaten him. Number 3 in the division would be Gilbert Burns. Number 4 would be... Makhachev after getting KO'd on his way to the top of lightweight and realizing he needs to stop draining himself down. Makhachev would be in there. Kevin Lee would be in the top 10. Yeah, Masvidal would be there at the bottom of the rankings, maybe. There'd be some good guys. DC's better than Rogan, maybe. Chiesa? Yeah, maybe Chiesa, but he's big for 170, so I don't know. And he's old now as well. I don't even know if he'll be around in a year and a half. If Covington somehow wins, there'll be an immediate trilogy fight. There will be, and it will clog up the welterweight division, but I don't think they can do that. What they'll have to do if that happens is what they're doing with Miocic sometimes. Like when they had DC fight Derek Lewis in the meantime. Just say to the champion, Usman, listen, you'll get a title shot, but we got to give someone else a title shot because there's too many guys. So you can wait a year, but you'll get one when you come back. But like we got to just get some contenders through right now. That's what they'd have to do. But Covington's going to get it in a pooper. Okay, true. Michael Bisping calling his son's first UFC fight impression. Oh my word. Wow. Go Callum. Oh my word. There's no video out, sharp. It's 4 a.m. Thank you for the €2. Grand ass. I appreciate your €2, good sir. Thank you. Guru, is this era the best group of champs? Soon to be Gane, Izzy, Usman, Volk, soon to be Jan. I would say so. Technique-wise, maybe. Thank you for the €2. But there was a time when it was... Oh, I don't know. There was a time when the champs were equally as fucking amazing. You know? There was a time when it was Demetrius Johnson, Renan Barão, Jose Aldo. I guess Pettis would be at that time. Not Pettis. Demetrius Johnson, Renan Barão, Jose Aldo. Who would have been the lightweight champ? Against Benson Henderson or some shit like that? Maybe. And then it would have been... That wasn't the best lightweight champ. But it would have had GSP, Anderson Silva, John Jones. Also, you would have chucked in heavyweight champ at the time, Cain Velasquez. Great names. Great lineup of champs. Edgar would have been the champ at that time. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jan is the GOAT in all weight classes. So look at that lineup of champs throughout that era. Demetrius Johnson, Renan Barão, Jose Aldo, Frankie Edgar, GSP, Anderson Silva, John Jones, and Cain Velasquez. That's a sick lineup of champs. Was Chiesa close to submitting Luque yesterday? Yeah, he was, but Luque did the correct defenses. Yeah, but he was close because he jumped for it and went for the finish, but yeah. How do you do Mike commentating his son's fight and not mention a baby boy? True. Baby boy! Because it's 4 a.m. and I don't really want to do too much, you know what I'm saying? I think that's due to less great contenders. Okay. I didn't even realize my ear was blocked all day and now it's become unblocked. And I can hear amazingly now. I feel like I've been shouting this whole time. Kane is not overrated. What am I reading? He's not overrated. But he's not the best heavyweight of all time if people say that he is. And I think he was on EPO. The bantamweight top 5 right now is like some all-star shit. Look at the bantamweight division, man. It's the best division in the UFC. People say lightweight. Oliveira, Poirier, Gaethje. But then it gets to Dariush, Chandler, Makhachev, Dos Anjos. Like, good names, but some clingers on. Some guys who aren't that much legendary status. Top 5 are bantamweight. Aljo, Jan, Dillashaw, Sandhagen, Aldo, Font, and then you've got Garbrandt, Moraes, Edgar, Munhoz, Cruz, and you've got Marab coming up. Jimmy Rivera is in the mix still, but he's coming off some losses. Marlon Vera coming up, Sean O'Malley coming up, Umar Nurmagomedov coming up, Jack Shaw coming up, Saeed Nurmagomedov coming up if he beats Jack Shaw. It's a great division. Chris Gutierrez coming up, Adrian Yanez coming up, Miles Johns on the come up. There's so many great fighters. Trevin Jones maybe if he keeps winning. There's a lot of contenders. Colby versus Gane Sanya at 175. Ricky Simone coming up as well, yes. Timo Valiev coming up as well. There's so many guys. Colby Gane Sanya at 175. Colby probably. Adesanya be drained completely and yeah, I think he would do it. Light heavyweight is underrated. It's a decent division now, I think. I think this is the best the division's ever been. I agree with you. It is pretty underrated. I think it's better than middleweight and heavyweight. You know? I know Glover Teixeira being at the top doesn't look too good, but he is really good still. It's not like you don't know how he's winning like you do with Brunson. He's like a tough guy, still going out there. Good technique with his boxing. Blachowicz, Teixeira, Prohaska, Rakic, Santos, Reyes, Smith, Ankleev, Ozdemir, Krylov, Walker, Span, Craig, Serkinov, Crute, Hill. Up-and-comers outside as well. DZ said if Makhachev beats RDA, he's already a top 10 lightweight GOAT. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't believe it. Next hype train to get knocked out cold, not Islam. Okay. Next hype train to get knocked out cold. Walker. But he's already been knocked out cold. Next hype train to get knocked out cold. Merab. Merab Dvalishvili. Maybe... I think Merab's going to get KO'd soon. Chimaev, I don't know. More than half the people yesterday were banned. We need a banned union. I think Merab's going to get switch kicked to the head by Moraes. We will start a banned members union. We are hundreds. Okay. Merab doesn't hype. I guess he doesn't have hype. Makhachev, man. Just let me say Makhachev, bitch. Or Yuri next fight if he fights Jan Blachowicz, I guess. So Yuri. Guru, if you were in the UFC, what gym would you train at and why would it be with the Dagestanis? Because I'm Dagestani myself, bloody. You know this, bloody, yes, bloody, yes. You know this, bloody, yes. Was watching the tough season with Cody versus TJ, and fuck, Cody has changed. I know, he was so fucking unbearably douchey every single second of the show. Like, how does he even function getting through the day with his brain? I know, it's terrible. That's 2 paragraphs. See what I mean? You didn't need the 2. But thank you, though. That is a good point. Piotr Yan versus Sean O'Malley in Russia. Be a good fight. That'd be a big fight. Do you think the UFC sabotaged Luke Rockhold by matching him up with TRT Vitor? No, because a lot of people were on TRT back then. It was just a part of the sport a little bit. Rockhold might have been, but I doubt it. Most satisfying KO to go back and watch after the build-up. Satisfying KO after the build-up. Aldo Mcgregor just immediately being done was crazy. Alvarez McGregor, because Alvarez was so cringy in the build-up. A lot of them. Lewis did so bad. I know, but then you watch other Lewis fights and it's the same. It's crazy how bad he did, though. It is pretty terrible. You're no longer a moderator of the channel. I don't know how an account with Chrissy J's name has moderation. That's gone. You took welfare, bro. Okay. Imagine your reaction is to Conor KOing Aldo on stream. I know. That'd be good. Only Aldo and Yan have better takedown defense than Moraes in bantamweight. True. Fucking VB. Long neck. In the fucking Borden. Moraes versus Merab pick. I'm going to go with Moraes, I think, with a switch kick to the head. I can see it. Merab's stand-up is worrying to me. Guru, who would win, Hamzat or Colby? I'll go with Hamzat Chimaev. No, I'm joking. Colby would win. Cody getting and it's gone. I thought Chrissy J was gone. Same here. But somehow she had moderator, so I removed it. Probably an old account. Derek Lewis is Michael Johnson in a fat suit. True, potentially, yes. 250-pound Stipe, Ragdolls, France, gay boy. Okay. Chill out. I don't know, man. Stipe's not got time on his side. How old is Stipe? 36 now. 38. And he's turning 39 in 10 days. I just think it's not his right time to be packing on muscle mass. You know what I mean? It's not his peak. Have you seen the VB long neck guy TikTok? I don't know if I've seen it on TikTok, but I've seen the VB long neck guy. He was on YouTube ages ago. He's an old man. It's not a TikTok. Oh, no. Yeah. Stipe. He is. Stipe's a good style matchup for Gane. He is, but he's a good style matchup to beat Gane. But I just don't think he could in his old age. I think Gane's in his prime. How old is Gane again? I want to find out this information. I'm going to say 32. 31. 31 at heavyweight. He's got like 4 good years before any sign of slowing down. Wow. And he's got until April to be 32. To be 31, sorry. He's got another 6 months left. With Gane, that could be 2 defenses. Or a belt against Ngannou, then a defense afterwards. That'd be crazy. He just turned 31 as well, yeah. Stipe at 34 would beat Gane for sure. So realistically, if Gane keeps winning, he said he wants to maybe be able to turn around for December. Gane and Ngannou December. Then he turns around in April and beats like a Miocic or something like that. 32 with almost a GOAT legacy, ready to fight John Jones. And how old will John Jones be by then? How old will John Jones be by like next July when he'll probably be coming back? 35 he'll be. Jesus. Gane is going to be active because he has 10 fights, true. You knew how old Gane was, you just wanted to say that? Not really, I actually thought he was 32. When Jones beat Gus 2, Jones versus Gustafsson 2 was an awesome finish after an anticipated build-up and return for Jones. That was a great finish. That or him knocking DC out in the rematch, which was so satisfying. I guess so, but Jones was on Roy's. It was a no contest, and that never happened, but people act like it did. But yeah. He beat Gus, but then again, he groin-shotted Gus really badly just before the finish. But it was a good win against Gus. Really good win. But there are way better KOs after a build-up. I want like KOs. TKOs I don't really care about. Like big one-punch KOs after build-ups. That's always good. Cody KOs Sandhagen. I don't know about that. Tony time, bitches. I might pick Kai Kara France against Garbrandt. I've been watching Garbrandt's fights, even against Rob Font. He's so bad. He's so bad. Honestly. Watching his fight against Rob Font, and he's just like... just bozzling his head into fucking jabs over and over and over again. I think if Kara France just stays technical, and maybe Garbrandt doesn't hit that hard at flyweight, Kai Kara France could beat him. But we'll see, I guess. I don't know. I'm looking at a lot of bantamweights thinking, like, I know O'Malley can beat Garbrandt. I reckon he would probably KO him as well. And Dillashaw said that as well on the Fight Companion, actually, now I mentioned that. He said that it's a bad matchup for Garbrandt. O'Malley's too athletic. He moves too well. Cody Garbrandt's fight IQ, right hand. Exactly. Bro, when Yuri fights Yan will be 40 years old. He's getting retired in that octagon. I don't know, pal. I think Yuri rushes in too much in it. I think he'll get chinned, but we'll see. I picked him in the Reyes fight, though, by TKO in the second round as well. O'Malley is the best bantamweight, though. He's not the best, but he could be. But I don't think he will be. I think he'll get KO'd at the top 5. He makes too much money to be a champion in his career. You have to be like the hungry guy who's still not getting paid enough as you get your title shot. You know? Whereas O'Malley's going to be the type of guy who's going to be earning $500K to show as like for fighting a top 10 opponent. Have you heard of the question that is related to the Jewish ethnic ruling? No. And you're just banned because what the fuck are you talking about, you weirdo? You think Mariah's... I don't know, like, I don't care to go into that weird shit. Just shut up. You think Mariah's switch kicks Marab out cold or TKO? TKO, but he'll be, like, out of it. TKO. So although he won't be out cold, he'll just be, like, trying to move, but, like, it's just too slow and he's just getting hit a couple more times. The welterweight division will be so bad once Colby retires after getting knocked out by Usman. But you say that, but then you get the Paheyas in the rankings. The other guys in the rankings. Sean Brady gets higher up the rankings. There's a lot of names. Chimaev gets into the rankings, and he's a top 10 guy. Like we'll get a great division out of welterweight. It's gonna be a good one. Rachmanov gets in the rankings. There's a lot of guys. Which striker in the top 15 beats O'Malley? No wrestling. D-Rod gets in the rankings. Striker in the top 15 beats O'Malley? No wrestling. I think O'Malley would beat Marlon Vera in decision, but lose the third round. Assunção. Cruz as a striker. I think Pedro Munhoz would beat O'Malley. Pedro Munhoz. I think he would calf kick O'Malley a couple of times, slow down the footwork, and just start landing good shots around the late half of the second round. And in the third round, I think he would get like a third round TKO. Sandhagen beats O'Malley, no wrestling. Okay. I think Munhoz could. But maybe not. Maybe he just gets tuned up. But I think he could calf kick the fuck out of him maybe a bit. I'm just saying people think Colby will fight Luque once he loses, but he'll retire if he loses to Usman twice. Colby's a smart guy. I reckon so. Or he'll like try something like Masvidal. Maybe he'll get a Masvidal fight. Like if it's coming up to tough season, he'll just cash that money in on Masvidal fight and probably beat Masvidal, who's going to be older at the time. I don't think he would retire, but I think he'd like fight Masvidal and just see what happens afterwards. But I don't think he'd be as serious about getting back any belts or anything or fighting any contenders. like real tough contenders. Cody versus Cruz 2 would be a close fight. Do you agree? Yes, I do, actually. Guru, I know you bring this up all the time, but why do we act like Cruz versus Cody wasn't close? Cruz landed a lot in that fight, and it was low-key a war. I know, I bring it up all the time. Yeah, you're right, I do. It was a close fight, but Garbrandt knocked him down in like the moments of the fight and was dancing in other moments. Cruz outlanded him in like 4 of 5 rounds, I want to say. It's just that Garbrandt was doing all these dancing things, and it was just all the commentary was talking about the whole time. Whereas Cruz, even though he missed 3 punches, he would land 2 of them. You know what I mean? Even if they were grazing, they were landing shots. Cruz 20-12 in round 1, 19-16 in round 2, 20-17 in round 3, 17-5 in round 4, and 12-8 in round 5. But Garbrandt caught him with some big shots and knocks him off balance a couple of times and won rounds based on that. Wait. 48-47. Oh, that's correct. So they had it 48-46. What 10-8 rounds was Garbrandt getting against Cruz? Now I'm looking at that scorecard. Garbrandt got given a 10-8 round against Cruz. He was down on strikes in every round. When did he get a 10-8 round? He didn't knock Cruz down twice in one round. There were different moments. The 2 knockdowns, they weren't in the same round, was it? Aldo make Pedro look like a fucking bum, and Pedro's really good. Yeah, true. I think he knocked him down like twice in a round. Maybe he knocked him down and then knocked him off balance as well, and it looked like 2 knockdowns to some of the judges. I get it then, but like that's a bit weird. I don't remember any 10-8 rounds. I think it was still, even though he got knocked down, he got competitive with them. They were, I believe. Okay, there you go. So how did he win the other round? I don't know. I'd have to watch the fight again and see where the knockdowns are and where the off balance shots are as well. Because I know there was like 4 kind of knockdowns, but only 2 are official. Who is the best fighters with the worst record? Hooker is 1, yeah. I do believe that Garbrandt beat Cruz though. I think he won 3-2, but just saying that. He won clearly 3-2 and had a good performance and knocked down Cruz and took advantage of him. He won really well. I'm just saying it's still a competitive match and people act like he blew out Cruz 5-0, and that's not what happened. Bro, what Cody has big power at bantamweight. Imagine his power at flyweight. It's going to be like more power than figure. Yeah, but like that's not how it works all the time though when they move down in weight. Because Aldo, I feel like, had more power at featherweight. Aldo was finishing Moicano by TKO, finishing Jeremy fucking Stevens with a body shot, like, and he's digging him to little old Munhoz and nothing's happening. Digging him to Moraes in a 3-rounder when Moraes is tired and he's not going down. Sometimes draining weight doesn't keep your power. Rumble didn't have much power at 170. He did, but like he gained more power as he went up in weight. Draining yourself is not a good way to get power, I think. You know? But I don't know. Who's the best fighters with the worst record? Hooker is 1. Yeah, Dan Hooker's one of them. Other bad fighters with the worst records. Teixeira's not got a pretty record, you wouldn't say. Arlovsky. I don't know. I rate Arlovsky's career, that's all. But yeah. I guess Gastelum 17-7 isn't the best record, but it's a pretty good fighter right there. Barboza 22-9. You wouldn't expect him to have a record like that. A lot of guys. Garbage Rant versus Trash Hagen. Okay. I'm going to go with Sandhagen wins. Masvidal Luque. Okay. Yep. RDA, yes indeed. Carlos Condit, yes indeed. Thoughts on Aldo versus TJ now? Based on Aldo's performance, I reckon his cardio is a lot better and could maybe go 5. I'm open to the idea of him beating TJ, yeah. There's a chance. Colby fighting Jorge after losing to Usman will be smart, then retire. Colby would have a great middleweight, welterweight legacy, but his wins don't look good now. Okay. Fair play. Michael Johnson. Okay. Oh, no, I don't know. You remember when Yan was supposed to fight Moraes last year? He would have destroyed Moraes in hindsight because it was a 5-rounder. It was the main event of a fight night in Kyrgyzstan, I believe it was, or Kazakhstan. UFC Fight Night Kazakhstan or something like that. That was where we were at before the old sneezing situation around the world. Kazakhstan, yeah, it was. UFC Fight Night Kazakhstan, you know, that's where we were at in life. All around the world. Jan versus Moraes. Bobby Green versus Michael Johnson. Wow. I'll go with Bobby Green. I think Bobby Green's really good. He showed that against Fiziev. I still think he can compete and win money and get good pay. How much does Bobby Green earn? They always seem to get into this type of conversation. How much they earn every single fucking card, but I want to know. I want to understand the ways in which they make money. You heard me? So Bobby Green makes 50 to show, 50 to win. That's not a bad way of making money. And he got a performance bonus there as well. He made 116 grand. And he will probably get more Reebok bonusship as he keeps fighting. So Bobby Green, just by getting a win, can get a nice 116 grand for himself. Not too shabby, let alone a bonus on top of it, maybe. He should fight for Siam. He'll finish him. He'll get a TKO and finish him. Him versus Siam opening up a main card of a fight night. Good chance of a performance bonus if the rest of the main card's not too good. You can get good money. That's bad, though. That's not bad for Bobby Green. He's lost a lot of fights. If he got gifted all of the decisions that he got robbed for, not gifted, if he got rightfully awarded the decisions that he was robbed for, he'd be making more money, but that's not the UFC's fault. I don't think that's bad money for Bobby Green. People don't know him. The veterans know him. The hardcore fans know him, but new fans don't know him. They just saw that. I bet you a lot of them saw that as like, oh, that Fiziev guy people are talking about. This is his like, gatekeeper. Bobby Green's really good, but people don't really understand that. That's amazing money. What the fuck? Yeah, it's good money. You can get 166K with a bonus on a win. Good stuff. Great money. I think they're saying it's not good money because of how long he's been around, but he's lost a lot. And when you lose, it doesn't matter if you technically won. The contracts don't say that. Big Bobby Green fan, same here. One of my favorite fighters. That was fantastic money here. After Jan dismantled Faber, I knew he was going to destroy Moraes at UFC Kazakhstan. Yeah. Hot take, Max Holloway would have beat Khabib at UFC 223. That was the Khabib Al-Iaquinta performance, so you might not have been wrong, but we won't know. And I reckon Khabib would have beaten him anyway. But, you know, would have been interesting, I guess. Would have been a very interesting fight. Holloway's got great takedown defense. Good volume. If McGregor survives the first 2 rounds, if Holloway survives the first 2 rounds, and he has the same moment in round 3 that McGregor does he push onwards and do more body shots on Khabib and momentum shifts a bit? I reckon Khabib would beat him, but there's questions. Poirier win over Green is impressive considering he outboxed Green. True. Very true. And he literally loaded up the whole time as well. And just Poirier literally went like this for that fight. And just sort of waded forward. No technique, just waded in, loaded up all of his shots. Holloway doesn't have power to stop Khabib. Okay. I think Poirier in that fight against Green just realized, I'm playing a striking battle. He's so hittable. If I just like step in with my shots, I'll catch him in this Philly shell. And that's what he did. Guru, what would you think of getting rid of win bonus and just having a finish bonus? Nah, you'd have to raise the show money then if they were to do that. But that would be like tyranny. You can't force them to finish fights. I wouldn't mind no performance bonuses and just finish bonuses in general, regardless of what happens. That would be good. But I'd also want the show and win money. I wouldn't want to get rid of win bonus. Maybe get rid of the free performance bonuses and just give everyone on the card 20K if they get a finish. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. McGregor's cardio is underrated. Okay. Because at the end of the day, finishes do really change the game. Cage Warriors gives out like a £2,000 or a £1,500 finish bonus because whenever they post a finish on their Instagram page, they get like 30K views. So it does actually help them and it is worth the money for someone to get a finish for them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bring back submission of the night. Yeah, but sometimes there wasn't a submission, you know what I mean? And it would just be wasted money. That punishes the grinders. A lot of people don't have the killer instinct like Alonso last night. Okay, but they're not going to get performance bonuses either, are they, if they fight like that? It's not taking their win bonus away.
Just the performance bonuses that they wouldn't get anyway because they're just grinding people out for 3 rounds, and that's not going to get performance bonuses if 2 guys get KOs. Everyone gets 20k for a finish. That'd be a great way to do it. Or like, hey, you got 2 10-8 rounds, 10k. I'd incentivize things that way. And I also would do an activity bonus as well. Finish your contract within a year. This free fight contract, if you finish it in a year, will give you more the next time you sign a contract. Will double your last paycheck for your new contract. That's what you need. You need a good thinker in the middle of that fucking UFC office, rather than these old men. Bobby Green versus Moicano next. Who wins? I'd go Moicano, but very close. I'd go Bobby Green. I'd go Bobby Green, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Moicano. I'd go Bobby Green, though. I wouldn't mind his chances there. Forgot about Moicano, though. He's in the mix. Green kept saying what's up to him. It was funny. Good stuff. Jeff Neal versus Maia. Who wins? Shit, Jeff Neal. Maia just doesn't have the testosterone anymore. He doesn't have the strength to get people to the ground or anything. I'm going to go now, guys. Toodle pip. It's been 2 hours and it's 4:30 a.m. Goodbye, everyone. Toodle Pippington. Bye. Yeah, I know. Green's going to fight for SEM. It's a good matchup for him as well. He definitely should. Bye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. See you later. Goodbye. I've got work tomorrow. I'll see you later, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to the stream if you're new. I do this every single day. If you want to see these uploaded more often, every single weekday for you, you can sign up to the members. Link in the description below. See you later, guys. Toodle pip. Goodbye. I love you all.